Okay, welcome to the deep dive. We are plunging into something really relevant for anyone navigating the professional world today, especially in tech. The high-stakes game of professional certifications.
hmm
You know how crucial they are? They can be total game changers for your career, like key stepping stones. But let's be honest, these exams, especially in specialized fields like, say, data center design, they're notoriously difficult.
Oh, absolutely. And the pressure to pass is intense.
It's true. These certifications are designed to prove serious expertise. And, well, mastering the material for the exams takes significant time, effort, and often practical experience, too.
For sure.
So the source material we're diving into today really caught our attention. We've got excerpts from a website called CertPassCenter, and it describes a service that positions itself as offering significant support, maybe even a shortcut for passing these challenging IT certification exams.
And specifically, the source spends quite a bit of time focusing on their claimed support for the BICSI DCDC certification.
Right. So our mission for this deep dive is pretty clear. Using only the information presented in the CertPassCenter source material, we want to understand exactly what they claim to offer, how they say their process works.
What specific details they give about their methods and, their supposed success?
Exactly. And what insights we can draw solely from this source about this particular approach to getting certified.
Okay. Ready to see what this source actually reveals.
Let's unpack it. Maybe let's start by just understanding the specific certification the source highlights. What does the source tell us the BICSI DCDC certification is?
Okay. So according to the source, the BICSI DCDC, that's Data Center Design Consultant Certification, is a highly reputed professional certification provided by BICSI.
Okay.
It's aimed at IT specialists, and as the source puts it, helps them signal its expertise in data center design, planning, and management globally.
So it's basically a signal to the industry that you really know your stuff when it comes to building and managing, well, the backbone of our digital world.
Precisely, yeah. The source describes it as proof that someone can be the real builder of data centers, understands how to maintain the industry standards, and can supply the infrastructure of the necessary strength.
Wow.
And it's highlighted as a must-have for data center infrastructure designers and operators.
And the source itself is pretty upfront about the difficulty involved in getting this credential, right?
Yes, definitely. It explicitly states that passing the BICSI DCDC exam can be difficult. And, as it notes, acing it needs a good deal of readiness with proper resources.
Right. And this difficulty mentioned right there in the source seems to be the entry point for the service it's describing.
Exactly.
The source talks about DCDC dumps and exam pass support. Now, what does the source actually say these terms mean in the context of their offerings?
Well, the source introduces DCDC dumps as gaining relevance because of the exam's challenge. It describes dumps as providing the latest study materials to provide a deep understanding of the exam content. These materials, it claims, take candidates through real exam questions, provide insight into the main topics, and help familiarize with the exam pattern. There's also an FAQ section in the source that clarifies dumps as up-to-date practice questions and answers that reflect the exam format and useful topics.
Okay, so based only on this source, dumps sound like they're presented as a kind of highly specific practice material, maybe drawing from or closely mimicking real exam questions.
That's the impression, yeah.
So what about the broader concept of exam pass support? How does the source define that?
The source defines DCDC exam pass support as an organized program. This program, it says, provides expert guidance, best study materials, mock tests, and trustworthy DCDC dumps.
Okay, so the dumps are part of the support.
Right. Its stated purpose is to aid the candidates in cracking the BICSI DCDC exam on the first attempt.
On the first attempt. Got it.
The source also mentions this support is specifically meant for those who want a simulated environment to practice, but also helpful for anyone preparing, regardless of being a beginner or already experienced.
All right, this is where the CertPassCenter source really lays out its model and makes some pretty bold claims. Can you walk us through the how it works section? It describes a specific process.
Sure. The source outlines a 5-step process they call how it works. First, select certification. You choose the certification you need from what they claim is a vast list of over 600 available.
600. Wow.
Second, connect with us. You get in touch for a detailed explanation of the future process. Third, exam scheduling. You can handle scheduling the exam yourself, or, as the source puts it, our team is happy to help.
Okay. Standard enough so far.
Then step 4, passing the exam. This one is described well, uniquely. On the big day, sit back and see the magic of you passing with flying colors.
Sit back and see the magic. Okay, that's quite a visual they paint there.
It is. And then step 5, pay the fee. Payment, according to the source, happens once you receive the confirmation of passing. Kindly pay us for our efforts.
Ah, so the payment is after passing. That ties directly into another key claim highlighted in the source, right? Their payment after passing model.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. The source really emphasizes this payment after passing in its Why Us section. They state this demonstrates their confidence in helping you achieve your dream certification on the first attempt.
Right.
And they add a specific promise.
Right.
If you don't succeed, they claim they will fully cover the exam fee for your next attempt.
So they pay for your second try if the first one fails through them.
That's the claim, their stated priority. Your success is our priority.
That payment model is certainly distinct. It catches your attention. What other kinds of support does the source claim CertPassCenter offers?
Well, they claim pretty extensive support availability. They list 24/7 support, explaining this helps build long-term trust and strong relationships and ensures you can reach us anytime, from anywhere. The source gets specific, listing chat support, 247-365, and mail support as soon as possible. They also provide contact details right there, a U.S. phone number, an India phone number, and an email address, info@CertPassCenter.com.
Got it. Now, security and privacy are obviously huge concerns, especially when you're dealing with personal info for something like a professional certification. What does the source say about that?
The source makes some strong claims here, too. It says 100% secure and confidential, and mentions using top-tier security measures. They say they prioritize privacy, keeping personal info completely confidential, and explicitly state they are understanding the risks of identity leaks and are focused on protecting your career and future growth.
Okay. Protection is key. The source also mentions their experience and success rate. What does it claim there?
It states they are committed to excellence since 2024.
Since 2024?
That's what it says. And here's another really bold claim. They say they are maintaining a 100% success rate.
Wow. Okay. A 100% success rate since 2024.
This achievement, according to the source, is made possible by our team of dedicated subject matter experts who ensure every candidate succeeds on their first attempt.
Dedicated experts ensuring first attempt success for everyone, leading to 100%. Those are significant claims.
They definitely stand out.
What about their speed of communication? Anything on that?
Yep. They claim to prioritize fast and efficient communication, highlighting a high response rate so you can receive prompt replies without delays.
Okay. So beyond this whole past support framework, the source also details an online training package. What does that include, according to the source?
Right. Looking at the online training details section in the source, the package includes training type is online.
Makes sense.
Labs covered, all labs,
Yeah.
topology, questions, solutions, verifications. Trainer provided by their best experts, platform via Zoom, Skype, TeamViewer, etc.
Standard remote tools.
Schedule, customizable as per convenient timings, PNC.
Yeah.
Session length, 4 or 8 hours as per availability. Subscription and updates are both listed as 6 months.
6 months access.
Support, mail, ASAP, and chat, 247-365, and exam guidance. Our experts will guide you for your exam preparations.
Okay, so that sounds more like a structured training offering alongside the other support claims.
Yeah, it seems to be presented as a distinct package.
All right, so we've pulled out the core elements of this service as presented in the CertPassCenter source. The dumps, the support program, the how it works steps, that payment after passing model, the security claims, the 100% success claims since 2024, and this online training package. Let's connect this back to you, the listener. Why do these specific claims and this particular model, well, why does it matter if you're interested in IT certifications like the BICSI DCDC?
Well, the source gives us a pretty big clue. It mentions salary information. It states that, as per many surveys, data center design consultants in the USA earned an average annual salary of around $105,000 USD.
Okay, that's definitely a significant income potential we're talking about.
Absolutely. And for someone looking to enter or maybe climb the ladder in this field, getting certified quickly becomes a really powerful goal, doesn't it? It potentially unlocks that earning power much faster.
Sure, you want that credential.
So a service, as described in this source, that claims to offer specialized support, these dumps, and a unique payment model like pay after passing, well, it's positioning itself directly to appeal to someone seeking that rapid path to a valuable credential, especially if they're feeling the pressure of a difficult exam.
Yeah, it seems designed to address both the difficulty of the exam and the desire for a quick, successful outcome to access opportunities like that salary figure.
Makes sense from that perspective.
But it's interesting, the source also includes an FAQ entry that adds another layer here, a bit of nuance.
Yes, it does, which is interesting given the other claims, while the source elsewhere is pushing that 100% success rate.
Right, the big headline claim.
One of the FAQs states, and I quote, "No program can guarantee success."
Wait, okay, so the same source says 100% success rate, and no program can guarantee success.
That's what's written here, yeah. The FAQ then clarifies that their support helps in increasing the chances of passing and is an achievable way to gain the BICSI DCDC certification along with your consistent efforts.
That is fascinating, having both the super bold 100% success claim and the much more tempered no program can guarantee success in the exact same source material. What does the source, including both of those statements, tell us just from reading it?
Well, based purely on reading the source itself, it shows two maybe conflicting messaging strategies happening at the same time.
Yeah.
You've got the strong confidence-building promise to sit back and see the magic and 100% success rate stuff. That's one message.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got this other more cautious note, maybe acknowledging the reality of exams, maybe managing expectations. It states no program can guarantee success and links their support to increasing chances alongside your own effort.
So it highlights a kind of tension right there in the source's own description of its service and what it delivers.
Exactly. A real tension in how it presents itself.
That tension, presented within the source itself, is definitely a key takeaway here. Did the source give any advice on finding reliable materials in general?
It did. Briefly, it suggests reliable dumps and support should be obtained from recognized institutions and online training platforms that are involved in BICSI DCDC certification, and advises candidates to always check the authority and accuracy of the supplier.
Okay. Interesting advice included there as well. So let's try and summarize. We've looked closely at what this CertPassCenter source material presents, essentially a service offering dumps and exam pass support for certifications like BICSI DCDC.
Right, with some very specific, bold claims.
Very bold. A claimed 100% success rate, that unique pay after passing model for the promise to cover the next exam fee if you don't pass through them.
.247 support options, online training packages, and stating they've been operating since 2024.
Right, and we've seen how this service, with these specific claims and that payment model, is really positioned to appeal to someone highly motivated to get certified efficiently, especially in a field like data center design, maybe aiming for that significant salary the source mentioned.
Yeah, it targets the desire for speed and certainty, and what it acknowledges is a challenging certification process.
Okay. So thinking about everything presented only in this source, particularly the stated 100% success rate, right alongside the acknowledgement that no program can guarantee success, and that very distinct payment after passing model. What does the CertPassCenter approach, as described by the source itself, suggest about that ongoing tension between truly demonstrating your own acquired knowledge on a tough certification exam versus using these kinds of specialized support services to achieve that certified status?